I am a makeup artist. While sharing makeup tips on a live stream, a famous actress, Celeste, requested that I do her makeup. Her voice was full of contempt. An unknown like you, getting to do my makeup, you must have accumulated good karma for 8 lifetimes to have such an honor. But she didn't know. I only do makeup for the dead. My name is Yuya, a specialist in makeup for the deceased, also known as a mortuary makeup artist. Naturally, my clients are those who have passed away. My job is to bid farewell to these special guests, helping them look their most beautiful and dignified for their final journey. My destiny, they say, is great ill omen, a terribly bad fate, so I was born an orphan. To earn money for living expenses and university tuition, I became a streamer, sharing makeup tips. As soon as I went live, a huge number of viewers flooded in. Scammers appear every year, but this year there are especially many. It's truly a time when anyone can become famous. Oh, little sister, streamer host, you're so beautiful. Why don't you become a model yourself? Why use all those fake things? Or how about your big brother comes to be your model? It was late, and the wave of comments grew increasingly difficult to control. I ignored them, focusing solely on makeup tips, my hands gently and steadily applying makeup to the model. Makeup is a novel art form. We can choose appropriate attire and makeup styles for each occasion, highlighting our best features and concealing our flaws, adorning ourselves to become our most perfect selves. Corpse makeup is also a type of makeup style. Today, we will learn how to do this style. First, we need to have a clean, natural face. And at the same time, we need to pay attention to the areas marked by the deceased to conceal them. My hand stopped. I had said the wrong thing. Almost instantly, the number of viewers in the live stream room skyrocketed from a few hundred to tens of thousands. The screen continuously flashed. Celeste wants to contact you. Yeah. Pausing for a moment, I said indifferently, the host only discusses makeup-related issues on the live stream. If you have any related questions, please comment, and the host will answer all inquiries thoroughly and in detail. I hadn't even finished speaking when the comment storm erupted. Streamer host, open your eyes and see who Celeste is. And who are you to be so arrogant? I advise you, host, not to keep our precious Celeste waiting too long, or else we don't know what we might do. Remembering the extremism of those crazy fans, my hand paused, and I reluctantly accepted the call. What met my eyes was a beautiful woman with fair skin and sharp, exquisite features. She wore pajamas, her hair tied high, revealing a slender, pale neck. Yuya, you're the makeup artist, right? In a flash, comments surged at dizzying speed. Oh my God, it's really Celeste. Celeste is so beautiful. Truly the pinnacle of beauty in the entertainment industry. With our precious Celeste in the broadcast room, that nameless, unknown streamer host must be ecstatic. Ecstatic? Not yet. But trouble certainly was. I looked at the beautiful woman, her face stunning, exuding a charm that made people willingly offer their hearts and souls to her. Her lips, without any lipstick, still had a natural rosy hue that was captivating. I squinted, smiling. Celeste, a popular young actress, hailed as a once-in-a-millennium beauty in the entertainment world. When her beauty was compared to other female artists in the industry, she never lost. She frequently gained fame far beyond the entertainment circle through red carpet or airport photos. When I worked at the morgue, I often heard headless ghosts frequently mention her name. I'm about to join a film crew, and currently, my team doesn't have any skilled makeup artists. You come and take over. Celeste raised her eyes, her voice dripping with disdain. An unknown like you getting to do my makeup. You must have accumulated good karma for 8 lifetimes to have such an honor. She imperiously ordered me, making me feel truly uncomfortable. Surely this makeup artist's ancestral graves are smoking green to be able to touch our Celeste's face. Wow, makeup artist? Quickly kneel down and give thanks. Oh, Celeste, let me do it. I can't. I glanced at the screen. Oh, this face makes me not want to touch it at all, because the truth is, it's too dirty. Seeing me hesitate, the fans in the broadcast room began to threaten. Someone even declared they would send me a knife and report my broadcast room. I wiped the powder from the model's face, reluctantly agreeing. What's meant to be cannot be avoided. Celeste's film was on a tight schedule. The next day, I had to take a bus to the film set. It was late when I arrived. Her assistant briefly introduced the film's theme. It was a period horror film. For some reason, Celeste's previous makeup artist had suddenly resigned, even willing to pay a hefty sum for breach of contract to leave. The filming commenced at dawn. In the livestream room, fans fiercely demanded that the live broadcast continue. As soon as the assistant agreed, I immediately went into the lounge. You're here? In the room, only Celeste was present. She had already put on her costume, a deep crimson wedding dress, a shade of red so dark it almost looked black, like ink. For a fleeting moment, I thought I could smell the metallic scent of blood emanating from the dress. She mechanically applied something to her face, making it turn ghostly pale. But when I got closer, there was nothing visible on her face. Everyone, have you been waiting long? Hurry! Come see behind the scenes of Celeste's film. Ghost marriage. How do I put it? Even through the screen, I feel a chilling atmosphere. I took out my makeup tools, seriously asking again, Celeste, are you sure you want me to do your makeup? Celeste was meticulously taking a small amount of clear liquid from a tiny box, slowly applying it to her face. Hearing me, an impatient expression crossed her features. Yuya, isn't it? What do you mean? You don't want to do this job anymore. Remember, it's an honor for you to do my makeup. At this point, further words were meaningless. I nodded, replying seriously, Okay, with your face, once makeup is applied, it will surely be exquisitely beautiful and perfect. My hands began to apply makeup steadily and gently. It didn't take long for an eerie, beautiful face to gradually emerge. Her skin was snow white, flawless, beautiful from every angle. Celeste picked up a lipstick from the table and gently applied it to her lips. Almost instantly, her entire being seemed to transform, radiating, captivating allure. I squinted at the lipstick in her hand. It was a brand I had never seen before. Its outer casing was a deep crimson, almost black. A foul, fishy smell wafted to my nose. Seriously? Celeste, without makeup is still stunning beyond words. Look at that flawless white skin. Isn't it just like a baby's? Oh! I want Celeste to reveal her skincare secret. I squinted at the comments on the live stream, chuckled softly, and slowly spoke. Because that is indeed a baby's skin. As soon as I said this, comments erupted like a storm. Everyone, even the makeup artist, knows the script. You scared me senseless. What is this makeup artist blabbering about? She's literally scaring people to death. Celeste looked at me in horror. I admired my masterpiece. A beautiful, flawless face. Perfectly natural. Celeste looked at me unhappily, her tone sharp. What nonsense are you spouting? Get out of here right now. I calmly said, just a small makeup artist, that's all. But Celeste, how do you feel about using a mask made from baby skin and lipstick made from corpse oil? Celeste's eyes widened, filled with terror. What rubbish are you talking about? Get her out of here, quickly. I was ushered out by the assistant. It was 2 a.m. The mountains, desolate and empty. Also the time when yin energy was at its heaviest. Streamer host, are you an idiot? You're just spouting nonsense. If you hate our Celeste, just say so. Don't utter such malicious words. Celeste is too kind. If I met someone like you, I would have slapped them countless times already. Ghost marriages is an opportunity Celeste worked so hard to get. Why does this brain-dead streamer host have to pick this moment to say such disgusting things? I scrolled through the screen, slowly saying, death energy has already enveloped her body. Today, she will encounter misfortune and lose her life. Relying on wicked means to achieve desired results means one must be prepared to pay it back through another extreme method. The wave of comments frantically attacked me. My expression remained unchanged, my tone calm. Her virtue is depleted, her body filled with resentment. I'm afraid she won't make it past tonight. Only then did I realize that my makeup fee for today hadn't been paid. I annoyedly slapped my forehead. Big loss! While bickering with the fans, I saw the filming set in chaos. Amidst the confusion, I caught a glimpse of Celeste, still in her deep crimson wedding dress, lying on the ground. Her face was ghastly pale, her eyes wide open, her lips still fiery red. But a sharp object had pierced through her chest. The metallic scent of blood assaulted my nostrils. The next day, as soon as I went online for my live stream, a large crowd of viewers poured in. Streamer host, you're such a jinx! Why don't you just drop dead? Our precious Celeste was cursed to death by you. To be fair, how is this related to the streamer host? Celeste's accident was due to a snapped cable. Who could have known she'd be so unlucky? She just fell directly into a bookshelf. And also, host, you kept me up all night yesterday. What did you mean by mask from infants and oil from corpses? Does it mean she was raising a ghost child? I brought out the model and slowly explained, taking the words literally. She used a mask processed from infant skin and lipstick, refined from corpse oil, preventing the child's soul from reincarnating. This caused its resentment to cling to her, And when it couldn't be suppressed, it backfired. "All right, enough talk," I said with a bright smile. "I was just joking. Everyone should still believe in science, okay?" Suddenly, the screen froze, covered by a dazzling gift animation. "User Queen of Feasting, Coco gifted you 30 large rockets. Hey, isn't that the person who previously ate 10 pork trotters and 10 packs of turkey noodles?" Queen of Feasting, Coco, right? That's right, that's her. The Queen of Feasting. She hasn't live-streamed in a long time. I wonder what happened to her. Eating too much harms the body. How can a normal person eat so much? Eating like that is like trying to eat yourself to death. I slowly opened my mouth. "Hello. Do you have any questions you'd like me to answer?" Queen of Feasting, Coco. "Hello, host. I want to ask something. I have 3 bean-sized bumps on my face that many aesthetic clinics couldn't treat. Could you take a look for me? Out of respect for the rockets she just sent, I accepted her request to join the live stream." A woman with an incredibly beautiful figure, but disheveled hair, appeared on the screen. 3 bean-sized bumps on her face were impossible to ignore. No, bean-sized couldn't describe them. They were like 3 large chunks of flesh on her forehead and both cheeks. They were as big as quail eggs, with visible white pus and blood. Ugh. Everyone look. I'm eating dinner right now. This is making me sick. Disgusting. Is that pus? No wonder she hasn't live-streamed these past few days. Looking at this while having a late-night snack, I guarantee you won't be able to swallow it. You might even throw up. Oh my God, is this still the beautiful foodie Coco? How did she turn into something that's neither human nor ghost? Queen of Feasting. Coco read the scrolling comments, biting her lip uncomfortably. "Senior Yuya, these bumps have been on my face for almost a month now. I've tried everything, but they won't go down. If they do flatten, they grow back even bigger the next day." I gently stroked the model's face, smiling with narrowed eyes. "Of course, you can't make them go down. Queen of Feasting." Coco looked as if she had found her savior. "Senior Yuya, you're a professional makeup artist. Please help me see if there's any way to deal with these bumps on my skin. I'm really at my wit's end. I haven't live-streamed for over a month, with no income, and I'm about to not be able to pay my team." I nodded, slowly applying a few basic strokes of makeup to the model, then slowly said, "It's simple. You just need to appease those people. Take good care of their relatives. Donate the money you've earned over the past few years to accumulate good karma. And when they calm down, they will naturally leave." I changed my tone. "Of course, this is just one possibility." As soon as I finished speaking, Queen of Feasting, Coco began to panic. In a flash, her eyes turned fierce, and she angrily said, "Garbage streamer host, spouting such nonsense." I thought that being invited by Celeste to do makeup meant she was special, but it turns out she's just a fraud, talking gibberish. I don't care much. I've been in this profession for nearly a decade. I can still see these things more or less. Anyway, I've already told you the solution, and I won't refund the money. She glared at me fiercely and disconnected. "Sk," I told her, but she won't follow it. What else can I do? I saw that it was getting late and stopped the broadcast. 2 days later, during my live stream, Queen of Feasting, Coco constantly requested to connect to my broadcast. I initially intended to ignore it, But the comment section erupted. That trash streamer host. Why doesn't she stick to what she's actually capable of? With such shoddy skills, she dares to broadcast. Isn't she afraid of misleading her students? Why does this brain-dead host keep blabbering nonsense? Everyone, report this channel now. Demand she gets kicked out of the streamer community. The comments below frantically jumped. I accepted Queen of Feasting. Coco's connection request. Queen of Feasting. Coco appeared on screen. The 3 large bumps on her face had vanished without a trace, replaced by a delicate, beautiful face, with skin as white and smooth as a baby. Her large, almond-shaped eyes and pigtails made her look both adorable and vibrant. In front of her was a table laden with food, indicating she had just started broadcasting. Her eyes, full of malice, greeted me. Senior Yuya, long time, no see. How have you been these past few days? I looked at her smooth, radiant face, narrowed my eyes, and slowly said, "Thank you. I'm doing quite well." Although we both maintained polite and friendly expressions, the comment section was chaotic. "Oh, you guys here heard this trash streamer host threaten our fairy Coco, almost making her leave the streaming world, right? Our Coco is so good. Even though she didn't go to university and started her career early, she treats her staff very well. She's never been stingy with anyone. If the host wants to leech off her fame, just say so. Oh, and everyone, have you seen the 3 fat brothers live streaming? Why haven't they gone live in so long? Queen of Feasting." Coco looked at the wave of comments cursing me, a flicker of triumph in her eyes. "Oh dear, everyone, please don't say that. Senior Yuya just wants to help me. How did those bumps disappear? Actually, I just went to a few aesthetic clinics, and they were gone." Her mood seemed excellent, and she joyfully answered the questions in the comment section. Who doesn't love drama? In no time, our broadcast room topped the rankings. Seeing the growing number of viewers, Queen of Feasting, Coco almost couldn't contain her joyful excitement. I spoke cryptically. "It seems you've chosen a different path for yourself. Your body is engulfed in resentment, and death energy is growing. Tonight, you will face great misfortune." Queen of Feasting, Coco was still reveling in the joy of her broadcast room, having over 1 million viewers. "Oh, everyone, please don't say any more. Senior Yuya just wants to gain more fans." Queen of Feasting. Coco revealed a look of contempt. "What resentment clinging to my body?" Senior Yuya, go on. I'm all ears. For the sake of the 30 large rockets, I kindly reminded her that she had caused the death of her 3 friends. They are still always by your side, which is why those 3 bumps cannot be completely removed. As soon as I finished speaking, Queen of Feasting, Coco laughed mockingly, tears in her eyes, and exaggeratedly said, "See, Yuya, you're spouting nonsense again. You claim I killed people, so why haven't the police arrested me? Ah, I'm still sitting here happily with you. Exactly, this streamer host is just babbling. What kind of makeup artist is she? Who live streams at midnight like her? I think she's a fraud. Everyone, take a look. Haven't the 3 fat brothers stopped broadcasting for a while now? Didn't someone say they earned enough money and went home to enjoy their lives?" I looked at the vibrant Queen of Feasting. Coco. On her shoulders were the dwelling places of 3 plump figures, bulging with fat, with large sagging bellies and fierce, bluish-purple faces, glaring menacingly at Queen of Feasting. Coco, the 3 of them? Oh, aren't they with your fairy? Queen of Feasting. Coco disdainfully glared at me, not bothering to pay attention or ask anything. She saw the viewer count hit over 1 million, and seeing the time was just right, cheerfully exclaimed, "All right, everyone. Tonight, to celebrate Coco's comeback, Coco wants to eat 10 large pork trotters and 3 more chicken. Coco will be waiting for everyone in the broadcast room. Now, let's not disturb Senior Yuya's broadcast anymore." Ha! Once the poison had been concocted, my live stream room was left with only a few scattered viewers. Tsk! What magic did that Queen of Feasting Coco use to be able to fix a face like that? I remember my teenage acne took a whole week to completely disappear. No wonder my wife loves going to these aesthetic clinics. They're even more miraculous than eternal youth. A few comments occasionally popped up. Suddenly, a large number of viewers flooded into my broadcast room, frantically leaving comments. "Ah! Host, save us! Save us! Ah!" She exploded. "Oh my God, I'm blind. Oh no! Help! I wish my eyes had been blind just now." Little Bao Bao doesn't even dare to watch eating videos anymore. Please, host, answer our question. Request host to answer 18,611. I placed the model back in position and calmly spoke. The 3 fat brothers everyone was looking for are dead. They died from eating too much. Their deaths were accidental, so of course, their resentment filled them, lingering around the instigator, unwilling to reincarnate. Queen of Feasting, Coco, was brazen enough to use their corpse oil to produce skincare cosmetics, constantly entangling them and preventing the yin energy from dissipating. They hovered around her, waiting for the opportune moment to act. After saying this, I chuckled, adding, "You still have to believe in science, though." I was just joking with everyone. Then I stared intently at my phone screen. Today's sharing from the host ends here. See you tomorrow, okay? No scene, no leaving. With that, I closed the broadcast room. After stopping the broadcast, I opened Weibo and immediately saw the trending headline. Queen of Feasting. Coco ate until her stomach burst. Not a few people, finding the incident not shocking enough, publicly posted images and clips. In the photo, her mouth was stuffed with more than half of a giant pork trotter, her eyes wide, her face bluish purple, her belly exploded, undigested food and intestines strewn grotesquely on the ground. Staff members around her ran in terrified disarray, but soon after, these images could no longer be found. I sighed deeply. This is what people often say. Help many people, accumulate virtue, do many good deeds. Man proposes, God disposes. Yi, shining tall, eventually, wound there. Lying in bed, I noticed several strange things about this incident. Yuya, a mask from infant skin, corpse oil made into lipstick. Queen of Feasting. Coco also used skincare cosmetics processed from corpse oil, thus attracting death energy to herself. So, is there a connection between infant skin masks and corpse oil processed into skincare cosmetics? That night, as soon as I started my broadcast, a large number of viewers rushed in. Woo woo, Senior Yuya. I recorded a clip of myself and posted it online. Please, go take a look. I repent. I regret. I sincerely apologize to you. Senior Yuya. No, God is immortal. That's more like it. I'm the crazy one. I'm foolish. Please don't hold a grudge against me. Senior Yuya is truly a divine being. What she said about great ill omen before, that person is truly gone now. You truly have an accurate eye for people. I placed the model in position, my hands gently applying makeup to her face. Believe it, and it exists. Don't believe it, and it does. So, do many good deeds. Accumulate much good karma. Now, let's start today's makeup topic. Makeup is a new art form. We can choose appropriate attire and makeup styles for different occasions, highlighting our best features and concealing our flaws, further enhancing our beauty. For the base, we not only consider how to achieve the most natural look, but also need to pay attention to improving any redness and unaddressed damage on the skin. As I spoke, the screen displayed, Zhongyu gifted you 10 flying aircrafts. Yeah. Whoa, which rich lord is gifting aircrafts? Don't they know our goddess, Yuya, won't bow down for a mere 5 pecks of rice? She only shares makeup knowledge. Exactly. Senior Yuya despises these things. This is truly disrespectful. To Senior Yuya, a mere million, and they think they can buy Senior Yuya outright. What a joke. Joke of the century. Or 1,111,500,000. My tuition fees seem stable now. I indeed. Bowing down for 5 pecks of rice, okay? So hurry up and use money to drown me. I quickly agreed to the co-streaming request, flashing a standard 8-tooth smile. Hello, sir. How may I help you? On screen was a handsome face, bangs falling naturally to cover his dark eyes, his complexion pale and sickly. Hello, Senior Yuya. His voice was hoarse and low, speaking with some difficulty. I heard you're a makeup artist. I wonder if you could help me with my makeup. Why does this handsome man look familiar? Who is he? Hey, I remember now. It's Zhongyu, the film emperor who got married and went into seclusion some time ago. Right. It's Emperor Zhong. He went into seclusion for love before. I cried for 3 days and 3 nights over it. I was surprised. It seems many people now like to find mortuary makeup artists for their makeup, huh? I offered a standard smile, my attitude both enthusiastic and generous. Of course. What style would you like? A delicate student, a gentle senior, or a successful mature man? I can do it all. Having practiced for so many years, what kind of corpse haven't I touched? Designing makeup is a very easy task. The man's aura was gentle, calm, and peaceful, with no death energy surrounding his body. Good, I can accept the order. He looked a bit hesitant. No, not makeup to look like an innocent, pure woman. I understood. Then the person who needs makeup must come here, so I can observe first to see if they are entangled with death energy. If they themselves are entangled with death energy, and a mortuary makeup artist like me applies makeup to them, the yin energy will solidify. He closed his eyes, awkwardly saying, "It's for now, me, everyone." Has the film emperor changed his gender? Or does his wife like this style? Why such a big reaction? I hate people who overreact like you. Let them like what they like. Do more. Talk less. Jong-yu closed his eyes, saying sorrowfully, "It seems my wife likes another woman and wants a divorce from me. I don't understand. We were so deeply in love before. How did it come to this? So I want to see if it's because of my face or my gender. I want makeup to look like this." He showed me a picture. "Senior Yuya, please take a look." I nodded, leaning close to the screen. In the photo was a pure and alluring woman, her lower abdomen slightly protruding, her face glowing with happiness as she gently stroked her belly. After turning off the live stream, I immediately received the address from Jong-yu, Jade Forest Villa, number 12. The security and privacy of this villa complex were top tier in City A, home to wealthy entrepreneurs and celebrities. The next day, when I arrived, my mouth watered with envy. Jong-yu himself came to greet me. "Senior Yuya, this trip must have been tiring for you. Jiao isn't back yet, so let's do the makeup first." I nodded. "Oh, you're too kind." While I was applying makeup, Jong-yu began to recount the story of his relationship with Jiao. Coincidentally, Jiao was Celeste's younger sister. Jong-yu gave a bitter smile. Jong-yu gave a bitter smile. Jiao and I fell in love while filming a TV drama together. After moving in, we focused more on our family. We've loved each other deeply all these years, and she's even pregnant now. I never expected this. As he spoke, his eyes reddened, his face filled with sorrow and confusion. Some time ago, I was away on a business trip. When I returned, I noticed Jiao started ignoring me and giving me a cold shoulder. She even wanted a divorce and told me she had fallen for someone else. Oh, I nodded. Her best friend too. And her best friend is also pregnant. I kept thinking, unable to understand where the problem truly lay. Just a few minutes later, an innocent and captivating face was created by my hands. Jong-yu nodded, unable to suppress the pain in his eyes. "All right, Senior Yuya." Not long after, two women appeared on the sofa. One of them, beautiful in appearance, immediately showed an annoyed expression upon seeing Jong-yu, a tone threatening. "Jong-yu, why are you still here?" "Didn't I tell you already? I want a divorce." "I found someone I like now. Stop clinging to me. It's useless even if you dress up to look like something neither human nor ghost." Jong-yu gave a bitter smile, his eyes filled with profound sorrow and pain. Jiao then helped her best friend upstairs, as if she were a precious treasure. I quietly asked, "Has Jiao been frequenting any strange places lately?" Jong-yu thought for a moment. "She did go to an aesthetic clinic, and then she started going more and more often." I pondered, and continued to ask, "What's the name of that aesthetic clinic?" "Celestial Beauty." My eyes narrowed slightly. Perhaps the person your wife loves is the baby in her best friend's womb. We followed Jiao Jiao to the Celestial Beauty Aesthetic Clinic, discovering that it was located in an incredibly mysterious spot. To enter, one had to go through layers of security checks and also receive an invitation card from a clinic member. Zhongyu asked me what to do now. My voice was calm. Wait. Zhongyu and I had to wait a very long time. We watched Jiao looking joyful and relaxed, leave the aesthetic clinic in a car with license plate A3468. After returning, despite using many different avenues, I still couldn't find any information related to that aesthetic clinic. It seemed someone was trying to hide it, as if it had appeared from thin air. Yet, this was an aesthetic clinic favored by wealthy madams and people in the entertainment industry. Celeste was a regular client, and the bumps on Queen of Feasting, Coco's face, were also dealt with here. On both of them, I saw death energy, and this aesthetic clinic itself felt very familiar to me. It was as if I was surrounded by a large net. A few days later, Zhongyu delivered good news. I stood up. Time to reel in the net. I got into the car and drove to the Celestial Beauty Aesthetic Clinic, spotting the familiar license plate A3468. Yao Jiao, wearing a mask and dark sunglasses, stepped out of the car, tightly clutching a bundle to her chest. I held the Celestial Beauty business card that Zhongyu had previously obtained from his home and entered smoothly. The hallway was long and dim, lined with rooms all tightly shut. Pale white lights silently illuminated the path straight down to the basement. It was eerily quiet here, unlike a popular aesthetic clinic. The basement layout was identical to the floor above, with every room door firmly closed. Suddenly, a child's cry echoed, a throat-ripping wail, as if enduring some horrific pain. Behind me, an angry roar resounded. I spun around. A woman in a white coat lunged forward, screaming loudly. The sound of footsteps grew, and I kicked the door open, discovering a dark, ominous pile. This pile consisted of surgical instruments coated in malevolent energy. The woman fell to the ground, unable to move. Finally, the police arrived. The social media recently exploded with a shocking nationwide event. An aesthetic clinic named Celestial Beauty was using cruel and barbaric methods to beautify its clients. This negatively impacted society, leading to a wave of boycotts against superstition and demands for strong suppression. I looked at Zhongyu's thank you message and simply replied, it's what needed to be done. Jiao Jiao's goal was to use her best friend's unborn child to create masks. She wanted to become as beautiful as Celeste, to return to the entertainment industry after a long absence, and to once again stand at the top of the pyramid. When Yuya went out for gigs, his mother forced Jiao Jiao to divorce him because she hadn't gotten pregnant. Zhongyu secretly installed a bugging device. The day he waited at the entrance of the aesthetic clinic was when he learned the truth. He resolutely sent his mother abroad, then underwent a vasectomy. The two had reconciled. Jiao Jiao also abandoned her intention to return to the entertainment industry. This chess game had been meticulously prepared by us long ago. We just had to wait for her best friend to give birth and Jiao would pretend to follow the agreement and come. But in reality, she already had police surveillance cameras attached to her. At the same time, I also got into a car and returned to the village where I was born, Rebirth Village. I wanted to find someone who had raised me until I was 18. But I still couldn't see her one last time. My grandma. On the day of the aesthetic clinic raid, I saw her. Even if only for a fleeting moment, I was certain I hadn't mistaken that aged face with the sinister smile and her hunched back. But hadn't she passed away 3 years ago? 3 years ago. From the moment I was born, both my parents died. They died on the mountain where the dead were buried. Everyone in the village said I was a star of loneliness, destined to bring ill fortune. There was only one person in the village, a childless old woman who worked as a funeral organizer, who agreed to adopt me. I called her Grandma. She often patted my head and sighed. She said that earning money from the dead meant that the mortuary makeup artists themselves would be entangled by yin energy, destined to live alone and solitarily. And I, coincidentally, was the one cursed to outlive my parents, the star of loneliness from the rumors. If we lived together, neither of us would harm the other. From a young age, I was taught how to do makeup for the dead. Grandma said that although becoming a mortuary makeup artist would make people despise me, at least I would have a skill to support myself. Later, even if she passed away, I could still live well. When I was little, Grandma made me a wooden face to practice on. She was very strict about this, never allowing me to be lazy. I respected and feared her. For university, I left Rebirth Village. I never expected that farewell to be the last time I saw her. During winter break, when I returned home, I only found a will and a small mound of earth where she was buried. She wanted me to work as a mortuary makeup artist my entire life, and then to pass on the skill otherwise. Even as a ghost, she wouldn't forgive me. She left me a small house with 3 rooms and a wooden head resembling a human head. Now I stood before the familiar 3-room earthen house. The house was not as I had imagined, covered in dust and cobwebs. On the contrary, even the wooden head used for practice was squeaky clean, without a speck of dust. Could Grandma not be dead? Then why was she at the Celestial Beauty Aesthetic Clinic in City? Her entire life was tied to Rebirth Village. She had never left. While thinking, I suddenly heard footsteps in the distance. It turned out that all this time, my house had been cleaned by a plump auntie. She wanted to thank me. The 3 fat brothers, people from Rebirth Village, had signed a contract with Queen of Feasting, Coco's company, a contract with deeply unfair terms. They didn't dare to cancel it, and Queen of Feasting, Coco, wanting to increase her viewership, threatened the 3 fat brothers into eating all sorts of strange food. Gradually, their bodies were damaged. During a late-night broadcast, their bodies strained to their limits. Then, boom, they died. Auntie Mai's eyes were filled with tears. Deep wrinkles etched on her face. She looked at me with gratitude. Little Yuya, thank you for clarifying everything. If not, wouldn't my son have died with his eyes open? I patted her arm. She warmly invited me to her home as a guest. I gently declined, so she sent me a lot of food. I lay in the small room, The deep night was pitch black, filled with an eerie strangeness. The atmosphere was oppressive, as if an odd mist surrounded me. My consciousness grew heavier and heavier. In a moment, I smelled a sweet, pungent, rotten odor. My eyelids uncontrollably closed, without any strength left to open them. Footsteps sounded, sometimes heavy, sometimes light. The footsteps of my grandma. When she was young, she helped arrange the funeral for someone who died from a dog bite, then accidentally fell and broke her leg, leaving a lasting injury. She approached me, gently stroking my face, her bony hands cold. My nose caught the strong foul smell. Clicky, a sound. It was her opening her small leather satchel. My heart panicked. The small leather satchel was an object that never left her side. Inside were makeup and cosmetics for the dead. Only when preparing the dead for burial would she open it. What did she want to do? I heard her mumbling strange sounds. My body hurt more and more. My face felt as if it were being pricked by needles. Cold hands patted and gently rubbed my face, applying something layer after layer. She leaned close to my ear, making my skin instantly prickle with goosebumps. Her voice was cold. Good little Yuya, you've grown up. It's time to learn how to repay Grandma's kindness. My soul was acted upon by a great force, gradually leaving my body. She wanted my body. Good little Yuya, you finally understood. Obediently, give this body to Grandma. Oh, this pure yin body, one in 1,000 years. Her sharp, eerie laughter echoed in my ears. My consciousness gradually fell into a haze. Was I destined to never leave Rebirth Village? Suddenly, a shrill sound rang out. You tricked me. I slowly emerged from the corner of the room, smiling faintly. Long time no see, Grandma. She had taken over my body. That body was the wooden head she herself had made. I calmly replied, your self-defense, Grandma. She fell to the ground like a ragged piece of cloth, her body paralyzed. The wooden head occasionally let out piercing screams. You damn brat! So you knew all along. I nodded, of course. Auntie Mai told me that some time ago because of the 3 fat brothers situation. She almost jumped into the river to end everything. That time, as she was preparing to jump, she accidentally saw my grandma leave late at night. Auntie Mai was very scared, so she quickly went home and abandoned her thoughts of suicide. Because of that, I disguised the wooden head as myself. Tonight, Grandma couldn't wait any longer and showed herself. Grandma, huh? A sinister laugh. You damned brat, you're quite clever. Then she spoke in a soft, gentle voice. Little Yuya, let me go. For the sake of my efforts in raising you, I have a lot of money, and it's all for you. You can do whatever you want then. I opened her small leather satchel, and the familiar foul smell wafted out. Honestly, the smell on Celeste was identical to this. Grandma, if I'm not mistaken, you killed my parents, didn't you? My voice was calm. The reason? You wanted this body of mine, a pure yin body. A pure yin body only attracts ghosts. it doesn't harm parents. 3 years ago, during a visit home, an auntie who had a good relationship with my parents secretly told me the cause of their strange deaths. She gave a venomous smile. You know now, do you? So what? Do you think you can leave? She whispered weakly, only those destined by heaven to be mortuary makeup artists can decide fate. If Yamama wants you to die at the 3rd watch, you won't remain until the 5th watch. Go. As soon as she finished speaking, a wave of yin energy surged out. Unexpectedly, Auntie Mai, her neck tore open, creating a large hole. Her eyeballs were pitch black, her face ghastly pale, her cheeks abnormally flushed red, and she lunged at me in a daze. I immediately dodged. Grandma, why did you kill Auntie Mai? She laughed maniacally. So what? She's just a dead person anyway. Auntie Mai charged at me again. I quickly pulled out cinnabar powder and threw it at her. But it had no effect at all. Useless. I taught you everything. Don't you think I know your capabilities? I kicked her with all my strength. Her head hit the wall hard, almost detaching from her body. Auntie Mai continued to charge. Ow! I spun around, took out a talisman, and stuck it on Auntie Mai's back. Her eyes squeezed shut. Her body lost all strength and collapsed to the ground, motionless. I relaxed. Good thing I got a talisman earlier. At the same time, police sirens wailed. I stood up, letting out a soft sigh. Still have to believe in science. After investigating all clues, the police discovered that the owner of the Celestial Beauty aesthetic clinic was indeed the evil grandma. Masks made from infant skin, corpse oil processed into lipstick, and skincare cosmetics were all her doing. 3 years ago, her lifespan had run out. She then used the pure souls of infants to maintain her body. Waiting until my body matured, everything ended, and I returned to City A. For several consecutive days, I hadn't livestreamed. When I came back online, I expected it to be quiet. Hello, Miss Yuya. Good evening. Why haven't we seen you livestreaming these past few days? Devil, we missed you so much. What makeup knowledge will Miss Yuya share today? Little Bao Bao has her books and pens ready. I held my phone, slowly saying, I went back to my hometown to light incense for my relatives. Today, we will share makeup knowledge from the Ming and Qing dynasties. The comment section stirred again. Miss Yuya, we want to follow trends. People are talking about idol-style makeup. It's been so hot these past few days. They even say there's a newly debuted girl group idol who's more beautiful than all the actresses combined. Miss Yuya, quickly take a look. I thought for a long time, then opened my phone. I clicked on the top trending hot search. A group photo hit my eyes. Every face was exquisitely beautiful, with flawless pale skin, perfectly, eerily beautiful. Around their bodies was an intoxicating fragrance. I chuckled softly. Indeed, very beautiful. If your heart is still beating calmly after this story, please click subscribe to uncover more mysteries with us, one shiver-inducing night at a time.